Let's talk about your wrists and your forearms. These are areas that can accumulate a lot of tension, especially if you're doing an occupation where you are typing a lot or you are doing a repetitive action. In typical yoga, it's recommended that you do a stretch for your wrists. One of the stretches would be you bend your wrists downwards and you place the back of your palms on your yoga mat and press them into the ground. Well, this might seem relieving for a moment. In the long term, static stretching of this area does not necessarily relieve tension over time. So today we're going to do a very short somatic body reset for your wrists and forearms. The reason why I call it somatic is this helps you build your interoception skills. What are those? In terms of Peter Levine, if you know who that is, I have a book that I can recommend. I'll put that in the description below. It is referring to your felt sense. That is knowing and naming the sensations in your body. Do you feel hot and cold? Do you feel tense here? Do you feel tightness? Also, do you feel good, bad, neutral? Some of your emotions can be part of that. This can become a bit scrambled if you have long-term stress or are dealing with trauma. So the idea with a body reset is to work on the parts so that you can feel the whole. Hope you enjoyed this short one. Let's get started. Hello and welcome. I so appreciate you joining me. As usual, it is an honor to practice with you. If you are going to do this, I highly recommend you try this in a chair. It is great for chair yoga. I'm going to stay in my yoga mat because I want to demonstrate at different angles. So that wrist and forearm extension that I showed you in the intro, which was this one, we're actually going to do this, but not with static stretching. It's going to have movement so you can feel where your wrist really does stretch and where you can actually release tension. We're going to start on the right side, and how this is going to work, I'll come over here and show you. Dial into your sit bones if you can here, wherever you are, feeling your breath, inhaling and exhaling easily. You're going to bring up your arm at shoulder level, and then you're going to lock in by pushing your upper shoulder into your upper back. If this is not comfortable, you can come down, bend your elbow and rest it against your side to do this exercise. If you're coming along with me, shoulder height, come here, lock in and spread your right hand out, trying to keep your fingers apart if you're able to. And what we're going to do is open our hand upwards, and then we're going to drop our wrist. That is the sequence. We'll do this together to our breath. So try to let your breath flow. And we'll do 4 on each side to balance out. Settle in. And whenever you're ready, inhale, bring your hand up. Imagining that there's a beam of light coming out of your hand. Exhale, dropping your wrist down. But don't tense your fingers too much here. Just letting your wrist do the action. Second one, inhale, letting that wrist come up, your hand open. Exhale, letting the wrist drop. You can even squiggle your fingers a little bit to relax them. Third one, inhale up. Feeling that whole stretch through. Exhale, drop your wrist. Begin to notice where you're feeling any particular tension or release. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, drop that wrist. Just let it relax. Wiggle your fingers. And then shake that arm out. Yes, now let's go to the other side. We'll do the left arm. Settle in, bringing your arm up to shoulder height, locking in, pushing your upper shoulder back into your upper back, spreading out your hand, using your wrist to do the action. We'll do 4 on this side. Whenever you're ready, inhale up, beam that light out of the palm of your hand. Exhale, let your wrist drop. Remember, try to use your wrist for the action. Second one, inhale, open, open, open. Exhale, drop the wrist, feeling that stretch that's connected between the back of your hand and the beginning of your wrist. Third one, inhale, open. Exhale, drop the wrist. Last one, inhale, feel that beam of light. You are full of light. Exhale, drop the wrist. Notice the stretch. Notice any tension leaving. And note if there's actually still tension there. Let your arm shake out. Relax. We're now going to move our wrist laterally so that we can release the tension on both sides. How this will happen is the same procedure. We'll do the right side. I'll come over so you can see. We're going to bring our arm up to shoulder height, locking in upper shoulder, pushing into upper back. Keep your palm open, facing the sky. And what we're going to do is move from the pinky and the thumb. So we're moving the pinky side goes toward the wrist. You can see that. And then the thumb side goes towards the wrist. So it'll be like inhale, pinky side to wrist, exhale, pinky side to wrist. So we will do this to our breath again, 4 on each side. And basically just rest for a second if you had your arm up like I did. And we'll start by bringing our arm up, shoulder height, locking in, coming down here. If this is where you want to live, go here. But if you're coming along with the shoulder, palm facing open, we're doing our right side, and then inhaling your pinky to your wrist. Feeling that stretch. And that, it's almost like a contraction and expansion. Exhaling over, the thumb going to the wrist on the other side. Inhaling, coming over with your pinky to your wrist. This is the second one. And then exhaling, coming with your thumb towards your wrist on the other side. Now, if it's hard to keep your fingers spread open, you don't have to. It just helps to do the action. Third one, inhaling, bringing your pinky over to your wrist side, and then exhaling, bringing your thumb across. Last one, this actually might be a little uncomfortable. If it is, you can even try to support the bottom of your arm here by holding it with your other hand. Last one, inhale, bringing your pinky over to wrist side, and then moving laterally. Exhale, bringing your thumb to the other side. Whew, I feel that. I don't know about you. Shake out. Shake out, shake out, shake out, shake out. Let it really shake. Whew. How did that feel? I know I feel it. I tend to have a lot of tension on either side of my wrist. Let's do the other side. You can sit any way you want, by the way. Sometimes I'm just changing my sitting position. So if you're coming up, you're bringing your arm up shoulder height, pushing your upper shoulder into your upper back, flipping your hand over so your palm is facing the ceiling. And we'll do the same thing. It will be pinky to wrist and then thumb to wrist. 4 times. Ready? Inhale, moving your pinky to the wrist, and then exhale, moving your thumb to your wrist, laterally. Just remember, it doesn't even have to be a big motion. It can be subtle if that's as far as it can go for you. Just do what is best for you. Next one, inhale, moving your pinky towards your wrist, and exhale, moving your thumb towards your wrist. Whew. Third one, inhale, moving your pinky towards your wrist, exhale, thumb towards your wrist. And this may be a motion that you might not be familiar with. I know I wasn't, and it might feel a little strange at first, but try to go with it if you can. Last one, inhale, moving your pinky towards your wrist, and then exhale, moving your thumb towards your wrist. Shaking out, releasing. Whew. Just absorbing that for a second. We'll do one last exercise that helps the forearm, and it just releases it a bit more. And that, what I mean by that is the connection between your elbow and your forearm. We tend to fold our arms and then move them in this motion all day long. But one thing we don't do is circle them. So that's what we're going to do. This is pretty simple one. You're just going to do the same thing. You bring up your arm at shoulder height, and you just lock in again, and you then take your other hand, we're going to do the right side, take your other hand and support your bicep here. And just bring your hand into a fist. And what you're going to do is just bend your elbow, and then we're going to circle. So let's circle over to the right about 5 times, and then we'll switch. Now, we're not going to do this to the breath, but you can just try to breathe easily and softly. Don't rush it if you don't have to. Okay, whenever you're ready, now begin to circle to the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's okay if your arm moves a bit. It doesn't have to be completely locked in. The idea with the lock with the shoulder is that you allow your shoulder to be able to rest somewhere. And I'll just do an extra one on either side. Why not? And now bring your right arm down, shake it out if you want, and we'll do the other side. Same thing. Bringing your arm up to shoulder height and then making a fist. Using your other hand to grasp your bicep. You can bend your elbow. Remember to try to lock in so that your shoulder has support. And then now we're going to go to the left. We're going to circle to the left 5 times. Ready? Just breathe easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do the extra because we did that. And let's go the other side and do an extra one. Shake out. Shake out both your arms and settle back into your sit bones. Let's integrate. If this is comfortable for you, close your eyes. Noticing any sensations in through your wrists and your forearms, perhaps even your upper arm. How do you feel? Are you noticing tension that has been released? Perhaps you felt that some tension still remained. Most importantly, when we give awareness to different parts, we can see ourselves as the whole. We are not fragmented, no matter what you were told before. You are allowed and can be a whole human being. So lovely. Open your eyes if you had them closed. Truly, truly hope that your wrists feel lighter and less clunky, less tense, and you can even move your hands easily. That is the idea. But most, I hope that you found more awareness in this part of your body. If you enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Please like and comment, and I would love it if you subscribed if you're new. And of course, remember to hit the notification button. That means you'll always know when new practices or videos come out. Wonderful to see you. I'll be with you again.
Beautiful Thrivers, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so I can deliver more of this content to you. Sending lots of light and love, and see you next time.